What's up, everybody? Some of you are wondering why I've got stuffing mix for chicken in my video, but I'm going to use this as a demonstration to fear. Some people watching this video are full of fear, stricken by fear, driven by fear. They don't see no hope. They constantly worried about the fear of tomorrow, the fear of the unknown, the fear of how my bill's going to get paid, the fear of is my boyfriend and girlfriend cheating on me, and the fear of, this or the fear of that. I get it. But let me ask you this. And I'm talking to my Christian, okay, who has been rescued by God, who has been delivered by God, who was at a time in their life here, let's call this point A, was at a time in their life here where they had no hope. They were stricken by fear. Their circumstances had the final say, and they thought that they would die that way. But one day, because of the divine intervention from heaven, of God, in our life, He separated us that day from the power of sin. And because of His Son Jesus, we were given hope and we began a new journey. And today what we're seeing is 6 months later, a year later, we're ended up at point B here. And we are stricken by fear again. It isn't based on the same situation, but we have found ourselves feeling lost again and hurt. And our life is beginning to feel like it's complacent, or I've gotten myself into a mess doing some things I shouldn't be doing. And all of a sudden, the same fear that had me this day, that God separated me from, that I can clearly look back and see how He delivered me, has brought me to here. So today I would ask you, how did you get from A to B? And I would believe you would testify by God's love and His power. And so my question today is, if God brought you from A to B, what is the difference between B and C? And I would say today it would be a 4-letter word called fear. And often we can give this word fear more power than we do God. Let me remind you that if God has brought you from A to B, He's going to take you from B to C, simply because He doesn't bring His children so far just to drop them off. I'm telling you right now that where you are is another development stage. And if you would take your mind off of your circumstances, you would see the unhealthy pattern of thinking that has landed you in this place, and that you would allow God's kindness to bring you to repentance, and you would turn from this sin, and you would put your eyes back on Jesus. All of a sudden, the freedom that you once experienced will begin to be your experience now, and you'll begin to walk through life again, free as a bird. And then what you'll see is you'll have a different story. You'll have another story to tell for the people that are stuck on B as you're walking to C. You can grab their hands, share them what God did with you, and they can go with you to where you're going. Man, that's so good. I pray today, if you're full of fear, I pray today if your life is driven by fear, that you would step back, you would consider this analogy, and just really remember that God's love is not based on where you're at in life. God's love isn't based on what you're going through or how you feel. Often His love is drowned out by those things. So step back from what you're going through. Refocus your eyes on heaven. Refocus your eyes back on the cross. And remember that His love is always measured based on what He's done for you. So given what He's done for you and what His Word says, we know that He doesn't bring us this far to drop us off, that if He's brought us this far, He's going to take us where we're going. I pray this bless you. I pray you share it with somebody, and have a wonderful day.